Hey, Sam Will, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well and in good health. Okay, so here we've got James O'Brien on his LBC show. So this is a bit of an older one, but it's about Brexit, and he does smash these shows when it comes to Brexit. So let's dive in and see what he's saying to this caller who rings in and starts to go on about Brexit.
Oliver is in Leyland. Oliver, what would you like to say?
I'd like to tell you why I voted for Brexit.
Okay. Shall I guess?
What?
Shall I guess?
So you can see there James with a bit of a sigh when he said, I'll tell you why I voted Brexit. Probably because he knows what's coming.
Yeah, I have a guess, yeah.
Okay. Is it because you wanted to make our own laws and withdraw from the European superstate that we never agreed to join in the first place?
To some extent, that, yes.
Yeah, because that's all nonsense.
What?
Well, we
No,
did agree to join much more than just a single market back in the early 70s. Ted Heath wrote extensively about it. It's not a superstate, and we don't really have the. Oh, go on, never mind.
My dad was a senior officer in one of the big trade unions.
Yeah.
And he said, it was a bit of a joking conversation. He said, you don't like that, do you? And I said, well, yeah, joining a common market seems like a good idea to me. And the little so-and-so went and died between us joining and being given the vote to come out.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for your loss. For the record.
This is an awful long time ago.
Right.
And I couldn't work out. I never asked him why he didn't like it. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said, "You do realise you're voting for the United States of Europe. That's what it's all about."
Mm.
And I said, "I don't want that. I want the common market. I think the common market's a good idea."
Yeah.
And so
who was your friend? And what was his perspective? What was his field of research? Where did he get this conclusion from?
It was somebody I worked with, but I'm convinced he'd read all the documents. He was
which documents do you think he'd read?
I don't know.
No, but you changed.
Now he's going into the deeper territory when it comes to reading documents and actually looking at the in-depth information. Let's see what happens.
But you changed your view on European Union membership as a consequence of what he said.
My dad had already told me.
Right.
And I mean he knew people like Harold Wilson.
Yeah.
He only rubbed shoulders with him. He didn't. Anyway, and so I voted against, and I thought, well, that's it. We're.
Well, what were you voting for?
What was I was voting against going into what was then called the common market.
Right. So we're going back to the early 70s now, are we?
Oh yes.
Right. I'm just interested in why you don't regret voting to leave the European Union, given the long lists of broken promises and irrefutable damage that we've been detailing since 10 o'clock this morning.
So there you go. Everybody by now knows that Brexit has caused major damage here in the UK in terms of the British economy, in terms of wealth that people have, and all other elements around business and so on.
It was magic when I heard we were going to get a vote to come out.
It was a brooch of purest greed.
No, you're making me. That's a love.
So what were you celebrating? What were you celebrating? Well, I'm not as good as your mate who told you that we were going to be joining an independent, what was it, the United States of Europe. He was even better at words than me because he'd read all the documents. So what were you celebrating when you felt that wonderful euphoria?
Because
when
I think it was Maastricht. I don't really know.
I just want to focus on one moment. We're jumping through the decades like Doctor Who at the moment. That day, that night, when the result came in and you said you felt, I think the word you used was fantastic or amazing, that euphoria of that moment, what were you celebrating?
That we were out and
Yes, but what did that? But that's just a word, isn't it? What did that mean? What was going to get better? What was going to get better for your country or yourself?
We were going to be able to renegotiate. And
but David Cameron has just undertaken a massive renegotiation. You know that. So what was going to get better? Because we now know that everything's got worse, but you still think it was a good idea. So what was going to get? What made you feel euphoric that night in June?
Well, I didn't believe it was going to happen.
But you wanted.
Oh yeah, it did happen, all right, and it messed the UK up big time.
Did too. We're still. You've been on now for 4 or 5 minutes, and we still don't know what you wanted.
I was expecting when they were talking. Was it the Canada deal they were talking about?
Yeah,
The Norway.
You jumped again now. We're just talking about June 2016. You were celebrating. What did you win?
What did I win? We won our. Oh, you're going to say. You're
done it again. I'm just asking you what you want. Don't worry about Canada. Don't worry about the 1970s. Don't worry about Harold Wilson. Don't worry about anything that I might be about to say. Just tell me what you want.
You've got to love James O'Brien.
Well, we were going to be alongside the United States of Europe.
What did you win? What did you win?
Well, I thought we won the ability to get rid of the bits of the United States of Europe that I didn't want.
For example?
Well, he thought wrong.
Well, the political side of it.
Yeah, go on. What was the thing you wanted to wave goodbye to first?
I was making a joke that night and saying, send some gunboats out to sink foreign fishing boats.
Yeah, hilarious. So what was the thing that you wanted to get rid of first?
The thing that I wanted to get rid of first? Well, everything to do with...
No, just not everything, just one thing.
This caller hasn't got a clue.
One thing. I wanted to...
You've had 6 years to think about it.
Not 10 things, not 5 things, just one thing.
Yes.
Actually, you've had 40. No, don't let me distract you from the central question. I appreciate you're not going to be able to tell me what it is you want. So, what was it you were looking forward to getting rid of?
What I wanted us to go back to the common market that I thought we were signing up for.
But you voted to leave it. You voted to leave the single market and the customs union. So how was that going to help us go back to it?
Bit of oxymoron there. He voted to leave, but he wants it back.
I didn't vote to leave the common market.
You did.
I voted to leave the European Union.
Yes, but they were the same thing by 2016. Oliver.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
So anyway, what you said you couldn't wait to get rid of the political stuff and all the differences.
Yeah.
So give me an example of that, the stuff that you were hoping to, or even perhaps, if I could be so bold, an example of the things you're glad that we have now got rid of.
For example, not being able to, only that the European Parliament is only able to vote on things.
Yes, but I'm asking about the things that they have voted on. I'm not interested in the procedure of the Parliament, the things that you couldn't wait to get rid of, the things that you were bound by, the rules or the laws that you had to abide by, the regulations that you had to observe, the changes to your life that had been implemented by membership that you couldn't wait to shrug off. What were they?
It's quite clear this guy is clueless.
Well, we have to go back to when Thatcher decided to...
You're back in your TARDIS. It was June 2016. You're celebrating.
He's time travelling.
The things that you don't have to do anymore. What were they?
I'm 75 tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Yes, thank you. And the whole point is, this business has been on the news ever since we signed up to join. And every time something happened, it was worse for us.
How? Can you give me one example?
Yes, I can.
Go on then.
Yes,
it's been a while.
Yes, I can.
Go on then.
When Margaret Thatcher decided that we were going to be the money changers of Europe,
Right.
And we were at that point a fairly important manufacturing country.
Yes.
And you're going to say yes, but we tend to align manufacturing to China.
Well,
because
you keep telling me what I'm going to say. I just wish you'd concentrate on what you're going to say when I ask you what you actually want. It's the final time because I'm late for the news and I don't want to interrupt your birthday preparation. What did you win? I say, here's the prize that you celebrated. What are you pointing at?
I'm pointing at the common market.
Right. Have a great birthday, won't you?
Wow, so nearly been a decade now since Brexit, and it's caused a lot of problems. Like I was saying, the UK economy has suffered as a result of the Brexit vote, so it's like shooting yourself in the foot. And you can see this caller here. He's an older person, so a lot of older people were less favourable to the European Union, and they were more pro-Brexit, and they believed some of the lies that the politicians who were pushing the Brexit agenda were talking about, and then they voted for Brexit, and they can't even understand simple stuff that has caused them more issues now and the wider country. And you can see clearly here the caller can't actually explain not even one thing, not even one benefit. Simple as that. There you go, another brilliant piece by James O'Brien on Brexit. Okay, people, please do like, share, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.